All right, here we have freshman Suni Lee here, and our first question is from Justin.
Suni, it's your first taste of the rivalry. Just what was that like, and how do you put it into words?
Um, I mean, it was amazing. I feel like we went out there and did our best. This whole week, I feel like the team like trained so differently. Like we were hungry, like we wanted to get in there. We wanted to beat Bama. Like we felt like we had something to prove, and I think we did exactly that. I mean, we enjoyed every single moment, and then having the fans and the crowd and all of that be included within. So it just felt amazing.
Can you take me through your bounce back on beam? I mean, last week you had a fall on beam, and then this week came back and got a 10 from one of the two judges. What went into that?
I think I kind of just had to like sit back and just realize that I'm not at the place that I want to be yet. And I think I'm expecting too much out of myself. And I feel like I just had to like do everything for everybody. And this time I actually wrote in my journal this before the competition, and I was telling myself to just go out there, enjoy it, and to just be myself, because I knew that I'm not ready yet and I'm not 100% and I'm not where I want to be yet. But this is just the start. We still have the rest of the season, and I just had to realize that.
All right, our next question is from Bennett Durando.
Suni, can you take me through your vault and sort of debuting that and how important that was to sort of set the tone for such a great all-around night?
I actually started vaulting only like 3 days ago, and I just decided that I wanted to do vault because I think I really I felt like I had to prove to myself this meet that I could still do it, and like that I kind of deserved like the all around medal, because I feel like I've just been like in denial. And I think that going into this, it's like I expected so much out of myself that I couldn't even enjoy it, and I was putting too much pressure on myself.
Did it take any convincing of Jeff to go into the rotation for vault today, or
a lot of arguing back and forth? You know, I'm kind of like, Jeff, I'm doing this, and he'd be like, all right, like you can only do 2, but it's like it's the same thing with like Jess. Like they're both like they're not into like the basics. Like I don't know how to explain it.
All right, our next question from Michael Gittens.
Suni, earlier this season, you kind of noted the difference between adjusting to doing things kind of singularly in your Olympic experience and now having to work as a team. After this win, how do you feel you're adjusting to the team dynamic here at Auburn?
I feel like I'm adjusting pretty well now. We do a lot of like team bonding, and like we talk to each other a lot to make sure that we're doing okay. A lot of like reassurance and just like hyping each other up. And that's just so different for me. And it was something that was so hard for me to like process because I'm so used to doing everything on my own. So it's like, yeah, I had to learn how to like take turn on bars or like take turn on beam, because when I was training in elite, I always had my own beam and I always had my own bar set. So now it's like, it's just so different in a way that when everything comes together, it's just so special.
All right, up next is Callie Stanford.
I've got the exact opposite question. With you having Jess and Matt here, it's your first Iron Bowl. How do you celebrate this personal win and like getting to this point so far? Like, what do you focus on in a week like this?
I think I just focus on getting better. I feel like I did pretty well this time, but I feel like I also gave a lot of weight, and I think that I just need to go into the gym and work even harder. But having Jess here, I think helped me a lot. Just even his like presence. I was telling Ashley like literally right before I was going on bars, I was like, this is gonna be the one, like this is gonna be a good meet, because I was like, I just feel like the good energy, and it's just really different. But having like Matt and Rachel there too just made it a lot more exciting.
All right, our next question is from Carrie Osset.
Hey, Suni, congratulations on the big night. I have to ask you, just you've competed on the biggest of stages, world stages. How does something like this night, this rivalry, the energy in Auburn Arena compare to what you've been to? And also, how do you manage those nerves? Is it different at all than some of those stages that you've competed on before?
I honestly felt like this is probably like up there with the Olympics. Like at the Olympics, we didn't have a crowd. Here we have like a really big crowd, and it's just like completely different. Like, oh yeah, having from going to nobody cheering for me at the Olympics to here, it's like everybody like before my bar routine, it's like I have to like stay calm and like reset almost, because it's like I don't want to get distracted that people are screaming my name, and like literally when I look straight, it's like cameras up. So that's like the hardest thing. But I don't know, it's been really exciting and I love it. I'm having so much fun, and a lot of people are telling me that like they can just see me like glowing, and like I just look like I'm having the time of my life out here.
All right, our last question is from Justin Lee.
Suni, you know, the men's basketball team's #1, the women's basketball team beat #4 Tennessee. I mean, do you guys feel swept up in what's going on here in Auburn and Auburn Arena? And do you personally feel that way?
Yeah, I feel like we're almost like building off of each other. And I think like that was my motivation for beating Bama tonight, because I was like, basketball beat them, so now we have to beat them, because I was like, that's just, I don't know. It was just the whole thing. We're all like, yeah, we have to beat them.
All right, any other questions for Suni? All right, thanks everyone.